welcome back to another thrilling episode of Big Bacon's Collection with your host, Big Bacon. Coming to you from the Bacon Bunker on this Force Friday. We're doing another impromptu unboxing week because, for once, I actually had box figures for all 7 days without having to repeat. So today we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Black Series Target exclusive Clone Wars carded ARC Trooper Echo. I actually managed to get this in a trade. What was it that I actually ended up sending the guy? I honestly don't remember. But I do know that I felt like I was getting the better end of this deal. So, we are going to be looking at the card. We're going to be opening it, checking out the accessories, checking out the figure, checking the articulation, gearing them up, and getting them on the shelf. So, without any further ado, now the card is reminiscent of the old 4-inch line from the Clone Wars. 50th Lucasfilm, ARC Trooper Echo. Stupid script. Have a nice image graphic here from the cartoon. Figure clearly present inside the packaging. Star Wars Clone Wars. On the back, we have that same Clone Wars logo, ARC Trooper Echo once again. We have the 50th anniversary timeline. Not when things take place, but when they were released. And then, down here, a little bit of a blurb about it. And a whole buttload of wasted space with stupid script. Bottom side, even more stupid script. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. Now, we're just going to cut these tape parts on the back to make it just a little bit easier to open it up. So with that done, ooh, I can hear the inbox collectors, the Mint on Card guys, crying right now. Okay. Look, even more stupid script. I do love that whole full Clone Trooper helmet look, though. So, there he is in the plastic prison. So, let's get him out of the plastic bubble. Ooh. Oh, I like. Daddy like. Now this is my first ever ARC Trooper. And funny enough, next week there's another ARC Trooper for me to unbox. Yep, spoiler alert. Okay, that is a beautiful figure. So, okay, I see an issue already. But we're going to try. And it worked. So you stay right there for now, okay? Thank you, buddy. We're just going to adjust the camera here just a little bit. And there we are. So starting with the accessories. He's got a dual set of pistols. This is the same sculpt we see in every clone pistol. Pretty good detailing on it. He does come with the pair. He comes with the perpetually bent blaster. I might have to heat that thing up. I don't know. It's straightened up a little bit. Although, look at the curvature on that. Okay, detail-wise, it's not a bad sculpted piece. But it seems like every one of these that I get, regardless of which package it comes out of, is just bent to hell and back. And then we have the big boy. This is actually the first one of these I've ever gotten in the Black Series. This seems to be less rubbery than the smaller version. Still got some bend to it, but it held its shape a lot better than the other one did. And then we have the Phase 1 501st ARC Trooper helmet with movable rangefinder. Got that silver detail there inside the mouth gap and the vent holes. The black in here is a little bit off center. And as you can see up here, it kind of strayed away from the fin. But it does have a black line, even though the black line isn't perfectly lined up. This here is slightly off center. Gray in the back does not come up to the line. Misses the top of the line here. Okay, the paint on this is not that great. But from a distance, who's even going to be able to tell? So let's take a look at the figure, shall we? So, the head sculpt. I love the fact that they make these cartoon heads look a bit more realistic in figure form. This is very similar, very much a Temuera Morrison looking head. In case you're wondering and you've been living in a cave, Temuera Morrison is the guy who played Jango Fett and all the clones in the movies. But he's got that severe case of shiny face. Paint is applied well. Hair sculpt is nice. Got the black undersuit, which extends the entire length of the body underneath the armor. Okay, he's got the standard white Clone Trooper armor. This appears to be the newer clone body, which, thank God. Beautiful line work here along the arms. Got the two-tone on the gauntlet. Slight paint issue here, but nothing major. Gloves look like they're well painted. Pauldrons are well painted. It is glued down here in the front, and looking at it, I think mine's actually a little crooked with where it's glued, but nothing that is too major. Got some gauntlet accessories on this side. Paint details have been added. You know, we love when they give us extra paint details. Got this cross webbing here for the pouches and holsters. Little bit of paint imperfection up here where it meets the belt, but once again, I'm not going to complain. A little bit of overspray on these back pouches. Strapping from the sides comes down to the holster and the pouches. Now these are separate from the Kama. Kama is done in a really soft, rubbery type plastic. Great paint detail on this side. Good paint detail on that side. Lower body, I'm not going to complain about. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, a little bit off on one of the boots, but I will let the Hasbro people live because I really like this figure. Articulation, he's got, oh yeah, he's got a ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Not a great deal of movement in the neck, but it is there. So looking up, he looks up only that far because of how the head is sculpted. Looking down, he gets a little bit more. Got some tilt. Not a great deal, but some. And rotation. Arm. Let's see how this actually does. Okay. So it is glued at the bottom, which allows it to rise up over the armor. But with the pauldron pauldrons in place, it's kind of hard to get it to go properly up over the armor. In fact, the one time I tried it, it's just crinkling it. So I'm not going to get it much higher than that without causing damage to that shoulder piece. It will rotate, but you've got to follow the contour of the pauldron. Butterfly joints. Single jointed pinless elbow, which, where's the cut? Okay, there it is. It is deep cut, but you've got to be careful because this is a soft plastic. With that, where that strap sets, if you apply too much pressure, you will cut the strap. So without applying too much pressure, it does come up to 90, and it rotates at the elbow. The hand rotates. Horizontal hinge on the left hand. Vertical on the right. It's got a mid-torso cut hidden up underneath the armor. Allows for good forward, good back, amazing tilt, and rotation. Just double checking, there is no waist articulation. The legs, if you twist the leg as you bring it up, you get a bit more range out of it, but that's as far as you can really get it to go. Going out, not a whole lot because of the comma. With the knee, it is a single jointed knee, but once again, these knee pads are also soft, so you get above 90 without putting too much pressure in there, and you do have rotation. The foot hinges back that far, forward that far, and there is a front-facing pen for rocker. So, just going to pop the helmet on real quick. That's how he looks with the helmet. Oh, I forgot. He also has a large glued-on backpack. It is nicely detailed. Got some paint apps on there. So, trying to figure out how I want to display him. I'm not going to leave the helmet on because it's great face sculpt. So we're going to go ahead and start gearing him up. Get the weapons in the holsters. This thing is too bent to display properly. So I think I'm going to try, see how well we can make this happen. Hands are fairly soft. So yeah, you can get him into a crossbody rifle hold. So I think I'm going to attach that. You know what? I've got a helmetless Echo. So I'm going to put it on. And it's going to stay on there. So, there we have them. Echo, geared up and ready to go. Now, if they change the paint and move that pouch on the chest to the other side, you got a 5s. Hasbro, make the Black Series 5. Hashtag make TBS 5s. Shout out to Luke Monster. You got my support because I want that figure too. So let's get him up on the shelf now. And there you have them. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.